Hi everyone, it's me, Jordan Long here, and today I want to talk about how some folks have a misunderstanding of fair work. Because a lot of folks out there seem to believe that fair work is something that your film can fall into by only saying it does. The truth is that fair work can only the law can say that if your work meets the standard of fair work. You can't put it at the end of your film or say that, oh, you think it meets fair work because you either shifted what was being said, what was being done, and what was happening in the film. Fair work is only something that the law can say, but by the time the law has to come in to look at your work to see if it meets fair work, you're already in a bind with someone. You already been law worked over their ownership and their double right of their work. And it goes something like this. Well, I'm gonna law work you. Well, it's fair work. No, it's not. Well, I made fun of it. I shamed at it. I scathed it. I shifted out what was being said and what was being done. Well, guess what? It's still my work you did, and you're still law worked. And a lot of folks seem to think they understand how the law works. They have a belief that the that the fair work arm of the double right law, they seem to think if they say their work meets fair work, then it does. It does not. You know? And a lot of folks end up getting law worked. Now, it's true that some folks' work do meet the standard to be seen as fair work by the law. Then that's rare. Most of the time, someone's work does not meet the standard of being fair work, and then they get whatever handicap that they think, handles it. So, I don't trust fair work, you know, and that's why I don't do anything in my films. The only things you see in my films is what is owned by me and what is bought by me, and that's it. No one else's work is in this film, so no one can ever, say that I'm not on looking their ownership or their double right, or hiding behind fair work thinking that the work is fair work. The law has to make that say. You truly want to go through this shit? No, no, I don't. I don't. Alright? I don't need a law work on my head. I don't need to go in a lead of a high diva or a doomsman or a doomswoman or oath takers. No, no. It's just I'll take the film down. I don't need this on my mind. I don't need this fear on me. I don't. Alright? Alright. Then good work then. Some of you folks out there can have your some folks out there have a misunderstanding of fair work, how it works, and how one's work gets to be seen as fair work. Well, I'm not a lawyer of any kind, but I can tell you one thing. The law is the only way that your work will be seen as fair work. But for the law to step in, for a doomsman or doomswoman or oath takers to even be looking at your work to make that say, you're already in a law work with someone or some business over the ownership and double right of whatever the work happens to be. So, yeah, I don't trust fair work. I don't have anything to do with fair work. And I don't go around and think that it's going to shield me if somebody thinks that I'm going against their ownership or double right to their work. You know? So, yeah, that's what happens. Fair work is not to be trusted. Your work is not shielded by fair work, even if you think it is. But you'll have so many folks on Euro, so many folks on the interweb who believe that their work is already shielded by fair work. They think if they made fun of the work, shamed the work, scathed the work, shifted what was being said, what was being done, they think it will meet it. Well, it does not. The law has to look at your work, and then they gotta make the say if your work meets the standard of fair work or no, it doesn't meet the standard of fair work. Alright, I'll see you all later. Take care, give it a like, share it, playlist it, and I'll see you later.